Well, we all want our kids to grow up with the confidence to try new things, make lasting relationships and feel good about themselves. But when it comes to self-esteem, figuring out what's helping or hindering our child's development can be tough.
The good news is we don't have to be a perfect parent to make them feel worthwhile. And joining us in the studio with more child psychologist Colette Smart. Good morning to you, Colette.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Why is it so important to develop our kids' self-esteem from such an early age?
I think self-esteem is very much wrapped up in this whole concept of resilience. So we want to develop resilient children and adults. And compared to even our parents' generation, self-esteem we know now is important because you end up going against risks like eating disorders and depression and things like that. So if we boost our children's self-esteem, that's important. The thing is, we can misunderstand the definition of self-esteem, and it's not about being proud or boastful. It's all about actually having a sense of who you are, what you have in your life that is unique, not that you're this really important special person, but you have gifts that you can offer the world and offer the community.
Okay. So how do we know, Colette, if a child thinks poorly of themselves, if they don't have that self-esteem?
Well, I think if we look at things like, you'll often see children that are acting out, so even negative attention is still attention for these kids. Internalizing behaviours like being more depressed, more withdrawn at home, more than usual, you can notice the self-esteem not improving.
Yes.
And then struggling with friendships, and then putting themselves down a lot, and then they won't try new things. And I think this is where I often say to parents, you need to push your children a little bit if you feel their self-esteem is not great.
How can we help? All parents want to help out. What do we do?
Yes. Okay. So if we look at the tips I've got, you need to provide opportunities for your kids. So find extra activities, extra sports that you can enroll them in, that they can find something that they're good at, something that they're enjoying, and then encourage their own decision making. Don't make all your child's decisions for them, and then help them accept their weaknesses, teach them to not just rely on you and their teachers for praise, but actually praise themselves.
Good stuff. Okay, thank you very much for that really important information. We appreciate you coming in.